Welcome to Hormoniverse, where we talk about how hormones affect your body, your mind, and your relationships. Today's topic, a tad triggering, maybe. Uh, 3 reasons why I think men should pay for women to learn how to chart their menstrual cycle. I want to preface this by saying that I was born in Sweden to Romanian parents, so the Romanian aspect of me has absolutely no problems talking about why men should pay for certain things for women. In fact, it is the most natural and logical, and one of the most important things, in my opinion. But again, I understand cultural differences, but in my opinion, is that men should provide women with education. I don't personally have any men in my life that don't educate me one way or the other, like either through intellectual discourse or philosophical discussions or paying for. Ooh, it's even a little bit difficult talking about that because I understand that this can be very triggering maybe for other people. But yeah, paying for education, offering education in one way or another. When it came to my father, for example, he encouraged me in every single way to get educated, including but not limited to financially. And he's not the only man in my life who has done so, so to speak. And also, my father did this to my mother and to other women in his life. But I'm also from Sweden, and I understand that there's more of that 50-50 mentality, and you should each pay for yourself. Now, this is why I, regardless of the Swedish aspect, think that men should pay for their wives, girlfriends, and daughters to learn how to chart their menstrual cycle. Number one, taking responsibility for your reproductive life and contraception, especially in relationships. To my understanding, and I have talked to thousands of couples and men and whatever, men prefer having sex without a condom. When I doubt a little bit, I just don't know how to phrase the word sex. I guess I can say sex on YouTube. I hope so. Men usually prefer to have sex without a condom, and sometimes that's to the detriment of the woman, who might feel like she has to be on birth control because of this. I met many women that are on birth control and suffering the side effects just because they feel like they have no choice. And I find that very heartbreaking. There are no hormonal contraceptives for men, despite men being the ones that are fertile every day rather than once a month, because the trials had men suffering the same side effects that women suffer from hormonal contraceptives. Yet for women, they're prescribed all the time, and for men, they're not even past clinical trials. So women suffer the side effects from birth control, and women are the ones going through pregnancy, and women are the ones going through potential abortion, and women are the ones having to breastfeed, and women are the ones having to take responsibility for that aspect of a couple's common life. Um, and the men are usually not part of that. Not This is a big generalization, obviously, I understand that, but generally speaking, there is some room for improvement in taking responsibility as it relates to the contraceptiveness in a relationship. Number two, to avoid a vasectomy. I touched on this in a previous video, and I have talked to many women that are 35 plus and asked them what kind of contraceptive method they use. And they have told me that they eventually got sick of being the one to take responsibility, being the only ones to take responsibility for this in their relationship. And given how much they had done in this area, they came to the conclusion that the man was going to get a vasectomy. Now, there's nothing wrong with vasectomies. You do you. I'm not against vasectomies in any way. But if you want to avoid having a vasectomy in the future, I recommend you pay for your wives and girlfriends to learn how to chart their menstrual cycle. Because this way, you have a contraceptive method with no risk of side effect. And as a man, you are not going to actually do so much. She is going to be the one putting in the time and effort to learn how to chart her menstrual cycle, and then she's going to be the one to actually chart. So I think because this is not something that can be split 50-50, I actually believe that the men should contribute financially. Number 3, sex without a condom and without pregnancy scares. When a woman learns how to chart her menstrual cycle, you learn how to figure out what days of cycle you're fertile and what days you're not, aka what days you can have sex without a condom without risking pregnancy. And I assume that's something that is worth paying a lot of money for. And I guess it's a win-win. I don't know. But yeah, that is one of the benefits of menstrual cycle charting. And I think that if you're gonna have sex without a condom, regardless, I think the least you can do is make sure that your girlfriend slash wife is not having to put up with the side effects from hormonal contraceptives or other types of contraceptives that come with side effects. If you want to learn menstrual cycle charting and you want to send your girlfriend and wife over to me, I am currently taking clients as a part of my last year as a student at the Justice International College. I'll put the link to sign up for one-on-one menstrual cycle charting teaching with me. And if you want to learn more about the menstrual cycle, I have a free webinar on October 15th. I'll put the link to sign up in the description box below. And you should follow me on Instagram for more updates about this. I'll see you there.